What is up, people? My name is Shoquafina, and welcome to our very first team builder here in this season of the GPL as we build our team to go up against Simi and the New York Neoligos. I always have trouble pronouncing that, Neoligos. But yeah, if you guys are excited for this team builder, if you guys are excited for the new season of the GPL, please leave a like down below, as well as comment telling me what you might have brought for this team instead. And look for the video of the battle should be coming out tomorrow. This will be out on Saturday. The battle will be out on Sunday, so keep a lookout for that as well. Let's just get into Simi's team here so we know what to bring for it. He has Tornadus T, Neoligo himself, the mascot, Como-O. He has Galvantula, Cafagrigus. Oh my god, I have trouble saying that too. Cryogonal, Starmie, Blissey, Steelix. He has Incineroar and Mega Mawile. So, yeah, very tough team. Mega Mawile is going to be really tough for me to deal with. Don't have too many answers to that, if any at all. His Z captains or his potential Z move users are Starmie, Torn T, and Blissey. So that's something we need to keep an eye out for as well. I really don't foresee him bringing Z move Blissey against me. I think that's just there for the memes. I don't even know if he's going to bring Blissey in general because I have a lot of really hard-hitting physical attackers. So, yeah, there's always that. So I can pretty much narrow it down between Starmie and Torn T. I think it might be Torn T, but I'm not too sure because Starmie gets a lot of coverage. So I have to prepare for both of those. But let's just jump into our team here, see what answers we have. And first off, I'm leading with... Well, not leading with. The Pokemon I'm starting my team builder with here is Z-Move Lucario. It's going to be Steelium Z Anubis here. Of course, running the Justified ability is the best ability just given in this scenario. We're running Agility for a potential sweep. This is the only setup move we're running on our Lucario this week. We're also running Iron Tail to get Z Iron Tail because it's so hard. Earthquake as well because his team is really weak to Edgequake, so you're gonna see me run that a little bit. I think it was all but like 2 or 3 of his Pokemon were weak to Edgequake, so I'm running a lot of Earthquake, running a lot of Rock type moves as well to hopefully break through his team like that. And also Ice Punch is there. Ice Punch is for the Torn T as well as the Como-O. It's the move that I have that hits him the hardest, basically. And I don't have to worry about Iron Tail potentially missing if that is the case. So that's why Ice Punch is there. Let's just jump into our EVs here. We're running Max Attack, Adamant Nature, Max Speed, a little bit into Special Defense here. I could have played around with the speed a little bit, but I felt like this was kind of necessary since we're running Adamant. I just want this to be as fast as possible. Plus, after an Agility, I want this to make sure I can outspeed everything on this team. Didn't have too much time to properly EV this, but it should be fine. He's kind of a glass cannon anyway, so it wouldn't really matter where I put those other EVs. Up next is our Tapu Fini. Finitapu with a Light Clay and the Misty Surge, of course. We're running Moonblast, Ice Beam, Taunt, and Reflect. So we're running the Light Clay with Reflect, but we're not running what the other one? What is it? I don't remember. Light Screen. So we have Reflect, but no Light Screen, but we're running the Light Clay. That's because I'm really afraid of that Mawile, and I feel like I might need the Reflect there in order to help me out. I have one Pokemon in this team that can semi-reliably take hits from the Mawile, depending on what its set is, but Reflect there is really going to help me out instead. So that's why I'm bringing that. Of course, no Water Stab on this. I felt Ice Beam was better. Moonblast, of course, is going to be great against the Como-O and a couple of other Pokemon. It hits harder than Ice Beam, of course, and it's also Stab. Taunt is there to prevent the Como-O from sewing up. Also to prevent any Swords Dances that might be used by the Mawile, stuff like that. Just stopping setup, basically, because if a Pokemon like Como-O or Mega Mawile set up anything against me, he just wins. So I have to prevent that as much as possible, because I really don't want to lose that way. So we're running Max HP, Max Special Defense, Calm Nature, with just the rest of it in the Special Attack, of course. I just want to take as many hits from the special side as possible, because it does have some decent special threats. But this thing can also take a hit from the Mega Mawile if needed. It's not going to do too much to me. I think Play Rough would do the most if I'm not mistaken, because Iron Head's not super effective because it has to deal with the water typing, so that neutralizes it out. So I think Play Rough technically does the most, and that doesn't even do half to me. So I expect after a Reflect, that is. So I get a Reflect up, I can relatively deal with it. I can hit it with a Taunt and then switch out if I need to, if I'm really afraid of it, like subbing up or something like that. But yeah, so that's why we're running this Tapu Fini. That's why we're not running Light Screen. I didn't think I needed it as much as the Reflect. Up next is our Electros here, Fleshlight, coming in with the Life Orb, Superpower, Volt Switch, Knockoff, and Dragon Claw. Volt Switch is here because I don't see him. Does he even have a ground type? Did he have a ground type? I don't remember. I don't think he did. I don't remember, to be honest. I don't think he did. If he did, then it's not worth remembering. Oh, he had Steelix. That's right. He had Steelix. But I don't need to worry about Steelix because I have Superpower. So that's why I'm bringing this. I really don't see him bringing Steelix anyway because I have way too many answers for Steelix. Like, 5 out of my 6 Pokemon on my team right now are reliable answers to Steelix. So, yeah, so that's why we're running Electros. Or that's why we're running Volt Switch on Electros this time instead of U-Turn. Superpower, Knockoff, Dragon Claw, of course. Superpower is there to hit the Blissey in case he brings that. It's also there to hit just, like the Steelix, like I mentioned, and some other Pokemon like the Incineroar. That dark typing, it is super effective against him. Knockoff, of course, get rid of some items. And Dragon Claw is there almost just for the Como. Pretty much just for the Como. I don't want to have to deal with that. I'm really afraid of it because I know what it can do if it sets up. And I don't want to let it set up. So we're running Max Attack Adamant and Max HP there. Just a little bit in the Special Defense. Hopefully that will help. I don't see how it will, but, oh well. And up next we are running probably our biggest win con this week. Yeah, probably our biggest win con this week. It is going to be our Choice Scarf Moxie Penis Nose. So Crook is here. Knockoff, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Outrage. I'm just running Max Speed Jolly. And the reason why I keep running just Max Speed Jolly or just Max Speed without EVing it in a certain way, one, I kind of forgot to, but two, it's not really a big deal because he has potential webs on his team. And my team is pretty slow as it is. So I want to milk it for as many speed EVs as possible, just in case he gets the webs out there. With my Choice Scarf, I will be able to still outspeed some things on his team if I make sure I am max speed. I really didn't feel like the EVs would be important anywhere else. I felt like this was the most important area for them to be in. So Knockoff, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Outrage. Knockoff, Stab Knockoff is incredible. Just get items out of here. I don't want to have to deal with his items. And that way we can also potentially find out which of his Pokemon is a Z Crystal holder. Because, of course, you can't knock those off. Earthquake and Stone Edge. I already talked about Edgequake. They're just so good against this team. And then Outrage, of course, just for the Como-O. But it also, with the Moxie, Outrage, I can hit something. If let's say I hit the Como-O, I knock it out. I get the attack boost. Next turn, I'm hitting something with a +1 Outrage. So that's going to hit something really, really, really hard. And it hits everything on his team except for the Mawile. And hopefully we can get rid of the Mawile with this, with an Earthquake, or, with Anubis with an Earthquake, or with our next Pokemon here. Michael Victini is coming. Expert Felt, Blue Flare, Dazzling Gleam, Psyshock, and Thunderbolt. So a lot of good coverage. I hit everything on his team. Blue Flare, of course, to hit the Mawile, to hit the Steelix, just to hit pretty much anything. Blue Flare hits really, really, really hard. Dazzling Gleam's there for the Como-O. Psyshock is there just for stab and just to hit things neutrally, I believe. Also the Blissey there. It's there specifically for the Blissey because I am special attacking Victini this week, obviously, so I want to hit something on the physical side, which would be the Blissey. Psyshock is there to do so. I could have ran like Focus Blast since I have the E-Belt, but that just seems to miss more times than it doesn't, so I'd much rather run the Psyshock instead. And then Thunderbolt is there for the Starmie. It's there for the Tornadus. you know, just whatever it wants to hit. So Victini is here. I can see myself using this as a win count as well. My only problem is it's going to be relatively slow. That's why I'm just running max speed timid, max special attack again. Just in case we hit webs, we can still outspeed something if he's not expecting me to be max speed. That's just basically all it is. That's the basic plan there. I might lead with this depending on what I see him bring. My as of right now, my dedicated lead is our final Pokemon, which is Walnut, just because I feel like I can deal with the majority of his team with this. Unless he brings like fire coverage on everything. That's why I'm really hesitant with the Mega Mawile, because it doesn't get Fire Fang. And that's why I wanted to run the Reflect on Tapu Fini. That way I can come in on it with a Reflect, get hit by, like, say, a knockoff or an Iron Head or whatever he might run. Set up some Stealth Rocks or Volt Switch out the next turn, and then take a Fire Fang and not have to worry about it. We are running max defense, so look at our defensive stat there. 416, that's incredible. So max defense, relaxed nature, meaning negative speed nature, because we don't need our speed at all. The max HP there, and then 4 in attack. We're running Stealth Rock, Volt Switch, Earthquake, another Earthquake user. I feel like that might catch him off guard. If I can catch his Neoligo and with an Earthquake, 4 times effective, doesn't matter how low my attack stat is, that thing is going to die. This does one-shot Neoligo, unless, of course, it has the sash, but hopefully we have rocks up so it takes rocks damage. And of course we have the rapid spin here because I want to get rid of rocks for my Victini so it doesn't take 25% every time it switches in. But that is our team this week. Again, I'm scared. The 2 Pokemon I'm really scared of on his team are the Kommo-o and the Mega Mawile, so I prepped heavily for them. I hope I didn't prep too much. I could see the Tornadus possibly putting in a little bit of work against us just because it's a Tornadus. I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to bring it because I have Mega Venusaur, but as you can see, I didn't bring Mega Venusaur. If I had a 7th slot on this team I could bring a Pokemon, it was going to be Mega Venusaur, but I just couldn't find a spot for it because I felt like all of these dealt with his team better, essentially. I don't see him bringing too much fire coverage. Incineroar is not the most reliable Pokemon. I have answers to that just across the board, so I'm not really worrying about that. He might bring Fire Fang like as a tech move on his Mega Mawile, but again, I have other things that can switch into that. Like my Tapu Fini can switch into a Fire Fang, Victini can switch into a Fire Fang and just go for a Blue Flare next turn and hit something really hard. So I'm not too worried about it. So that's why I felt okay bringing 2 Steel types this week. And of course with the Reflect, Earthquake from any given mon shouldn't be doing too much to Walnut because it is a neutral move thanks to his bug typing. So that's really what we're looking at. Will I regret bringing Mega Venusaur? Maybe. I also wanted to bring Goodra, so that would have been like my 8th slot if I had it. But I felt like the team I have now is the best possible team I could bring. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment down below telling me how well you think we're going to do. Also, would you have brought Mega Venusaur? Would you have brought Goodra? And if you would have, what Pokemon would you switched out? But until next time, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. My name's Shoquafina. I'm out.